Hello, good evening. Glad to have you with us here. Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. Yes, we are back. It's been not quite 2 years since we've been back, but we will be back in Toledo coming up Sunday evening, March the 24th. We'll get into all the details of Powerbomb Championship Wrestling back in Toledo. I'm Norm Waymer, and we're going to give you the lowdown on what's coming up. We're going to show you some classic matches, get you back up to date on everything that's going on. But Sunday evening, March the 24th, circle that date on your calendar. That will be the day that PCW comes back to Toledo. It's going to be bigger, brighter than ever. It's going to be packed full of talent that you can't believe, because one of the things that PCW has done, we have established a talent agreement with Championship International Wrestling, and we're going to bring in Percival A. Friend, who's been part of PCW before. Good to see you. And you are the Chief Operating Officer of CIW.
I'm the Director of Operations, sir. And bringing world-class talent to Toledo is one of our main objectives. And to draw the two companies together, PCW and CIW, means the world to me, Norm. And to have all of that great energetic young people coming in to wrestle for you folks, it does my heart a lot of good.
We are thrilled, because this will mean there will be even more talent coming here to Toledo.
Absolutely, not just CIW, PCW, and it's going to be better than ever. Guaranteed.
All right, we've done it all for you. PCW, with our talent agreement with CIW, you are going to be amazed at the talent that will be coming here to Toledo. We'll take a time out, and we'll give you the whole lowdown when we come back. It's not PC, it's PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
Breathe deep, the cooling air, sun setting tonight. Look in the mirror. They're gonna know your name. Somebody's gonna take a second look. Too cool to choose single. Any angle, hypersexual, serial beast. Wearing on your sleeve. Hey baby, do you like it kind of rough? Or do you like it?
Back we are, PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, back in Toledo, coming up on Sunday evening, March the 24th, and a change in venue as well. We'll be at the International Boxing Club. It's 525 Earlwood Avenue in East Toledo, just off of Star Avenue and I-280, and boy, do we have a loaded card. Sean Casey back on the card, back in Toledo, as he takes on Sebastian Rose. We'll have a rematch for the PCW Heavyweight Championship. D-Ray 3000, the champion, will defend against the former champion Andy Shane, with Dr. Jerry Graham Jr. in his corner. Diamond Couture will take on Terror Khan. It'll be Apocalypse against Aaron Orion. The Sons of Michigan will be here in Toledo. That'll mean the Big Bear Benjamin Boone, along with the amazing Nate Matson. You'll also see from the Broken Mirror the Mysterious Crimson, and the world's most huggable wrestler, Toledo's own Brian Castle, all on the card. Now, since the last time we've been with you here in Toledo with Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, we send out our condolences to Buck Lawless. Buck Lawless, who was part of PCW, was also a co-holder of the tag team titles at one point, passed away since we have last been with you. Buck Lawless, who was part of the Lawless clan in CIW, was on suspension along with the rest of his gang, and unfortunately, Buck Lawless was not here in PCW up until he passed away. But we send our condolences along to Buck Lawless and his family. All right, let's move on here in PCW. We will show you a match that Buck Lawless was in here in PCW. It was a huge six-man tag event, as it was Buck Lawless along with Alcatraz and their manager Pastor Payne in this big six-man tag, as they took on Andy Shane, Bobo Brazil Jr., and Dr. Jerry Graham.
Somebody's gonna feel this sound.
There's not a person sitting down here, Norm, The response is just overwhelming. Dr. Jerry Graham stepping back into the ring after so many years away. And this is a guy who was not taking his eyes off of Pastor Payne.
I got to say this, Boomer. I grew up watching Dr. Jerry Graham. I've seen some tremendous matches. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would get to call one of his matches.
Well, you know how they say, once in a blue moon. Well, this is that blue moon tag match. And we know the rules here. For the first 2 minutes, it's Pastor Payne and Dr. Jerry Graham. No one else. They cannot tag out to any of the other members on their team.
Look at Jerry Graham. He hasn't taken his eyes off of Pastor Payne since he got into the ring.
And look at that, Pastor Payne trying to get out of there. Oh, come on, the 2-minute clock should stop now then, because Pastor Payne is going to try and, run off that entire time by just waiting on the outside.
Yeah, that's not going to count.
Be a man and get back into the ring, Pastor Payne.
He is still going to get his 2 minutes. That being outside the ring is not going to count.
That's what everyone wants to see, is those 2 minutes. And look at that, boy, we're going to even see a traditional collar and elbow tie-up. Off the ropes. Wow, this is amazing. Shoulder tackle. Oh, my gosh.
Look at the great shape that Jerry Graham is in for
Oh,
a 62-year-old guy. He's in good shape for a guy 32.
Exactly. Fantastic. Look at that. Couple of tackles, working that headlock. Now, Pastor Payne taking Graham off the ropes. And another big shoulder tackle. Big leap up and over. And
Look at this.
my
Oh,
gosh.
body slam.
Big body slam. And Somerset Hall just went crazy. Now Buck Lawless wants into the ring.
Oh, look at
And
this.
look at that. Wow. Oh, my gosh.
And now
Oh,
Alcatraz.
wow. Oh, my
How's he get them
gosh.
both up? Oh, my gosh.
I'm not believing that. But look at that now. Buck Lawless, I guess the 2 minutes are over.
Yeah, but he never tagged.
Lawless is in the ring now. Look at this. Pastor Payne off the ropes. And they duck. And Jerry Graham needs to get the heck out of there right now.
Buck Lawless went sprawling. Now
Look
here
at that.
comes Andy Shane.
There's a big drop kick.
How about that from Dr. Jerry Graham? And Andy Shane ready to
Oh,
fly.
my gosh. He took out the entire Kentucky Wrecking Crew, and that's a lot of bodies to take out there.
I don't care what the announce weight is. Those guys are pushing 900 pounds
Exactly.
together.
Yeah. And now Bobo Brazil is on the outside as well, and it's turned into the brawl that we thought it would. And it's good to see that the good doctor is catching his breath on the ring apron right
Look
now.
at Alcatraz and Bobo going at it outside the ring. This referee is going to have his work cut out for him.
Yeah, I'm really surprised, with the amount of rules and whatnot going in, and just the bad blood that exists in
Well,
this matchup. There's not another referee out there.
Pastor Payne's still the legal man.
Wow,
He
that's
hasn't
right.
tagged out yet. Andy Shane taking him over on a suplex, and you got to believe that Andy Shane couldn't wait to get a hold of Pastor Payne. And now here's Bobo Brazil.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That shirt that the pastor is wearing is not going to protect him at all.
That slap sent him clear across the ring.
And Alcatraz seems to be in no hurry to get into the ring.
If Bobo Brazil made one mistake, he hit him so hard he knocked him across the ring and allowed him to
Exactly, yeah.
tag out.
Big forearm delivered by Bobo. Alcatraz is going to go for the ride. He takes the buckle. Bobo follows in. Alcatraz ducks out of the way at the last second. And there we see Alcatraz whipping in Bobo. Clothesline. Bobo Brazil goes down.
You think Alcatraz is a little intense?
Just a little. And look at that.
Wow.
Hoisting up Bobo Brazil.
That's
depositing
nearly-
him down. Oh, that was just amazing. The amount of strength required for that. And Bobo comes back with some cocoa butts.
That's nearly 300 pounds that Alcatraz picked up like it was nothing.
Bobo goes off the ropes. Big shoulder tackle. Alcatraz is down.
Wrong side of the ring, he's in bad, bad territory.
Not where he wants to be. He makes the tag. So much is going on here as Bobo Brazil
Well,
is
Bobo's
trying to get
gonna-
out of that corner.
Oh.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I cringe when I hear those.
Up, here comes Pastor Payne.
Boy, I can't believe Pastor Payne is the one that would want in there. And, Alcatraz and
And
Lawless
now
are
he's
not in
thinking
any
maybe
hurry.
this
Yeah.
wasn't a good idea.
This was not the place to be. Yeah, you don't want to lock up with Bobo Brazil,
Well,
Pastor.
he has to. He's in the ring. He can't get out of the ring
Well,
until
he's
he
been-
locks back
and
up.
look at that. Look where he's been backed up. Nah, yeah, wisely trying to get out of there. Not enough to put away Andy Shane.
Andy Shane can take a lot. He's got a lot of endurance, but he's got nearly 900 pounds of guys pounding on him.
Exactly.
You can only do that for so long. Andy Shane.
Boy, and Pastor Payne goes down. This is that opening that Andy Shane needs. And look at that. He tries to go off the ropes, maybe trying to get in an extra clothesline, whatever. Not the right thing to do.
He needs to go for a tag.
And he went into the
Well,
eyes.
that's one way to do it.
And
Here
look at that,
comes
he
Jerry
makes the tag
Graham.
into Dr. Jerry Graham.
He's going to get a hold of Pastor Payne again.
This is what we wanted to see. Now, I think this is the point, Norm, where the referee is just going to totally lose control of everything.
He has totally lost control.
It's over with.
All 6 men in the ring.
I'm really surprised the referee doesn't throw his arms up in frustration and just walk out.
Jerry Graham doesn't care about getting anybody else. He just wants Pastor Payne.
Not quite sure what Jerry Graham is going to do here.
Jerry Graham, the only one left in the ring. Everybody else is circling. Now here comes Pastor Payne.
Now look at that. Jerry Graham's back is turned to Pastor Payne. He sees it now. He sees it heading on over. Oh my gosh. What did Pastor Payne? There's something that Pastor Payne has. Handcuffs, a chain, I don't know. Going right into the throat of Dr. Jerry Graham.
He did. He hit him right in the throat.
Now look at that. Buck Lawless is
He's
positioned
still got
on
it in
a
his
table.
left hand. Whatever that is. And now Andy Shane's got a table, and he's going through the table and right through Buck Lawless, and he may have broken him in half.
And look at that. Pastor Payne came off that middle rope. Jerry Graham, using that object that Pastor Payne has, hits Pastor Payne with it multiple times. I'm not even sure what it is, some sort of shiv, a shank, I don't know.
I don't know, but the referee's just going to let it go. And here comes another table.
Now everyone here at Somerset Hall is standing. It's very hard for us to see what's going on. Alcatraz
setting up a table. What's he got in his mind?
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know either. Andy Shane doesn't know he's there.
Boot into the midsection, into the waiting arms of Alcatraz.
Oh no! Going for a choke slam.
He can't do this.
Oh!
Gosh, choke slam through the table. Now Bobo Brazil has a table. Oh my gosh.
Another table.
And Graham's in the corner. Again, it's very hard for us at this vantage point to see what's going on. Good things, our cameras are really following all of this action.
This is just falling apart. Alcatraz has no idea. Bobo's there. A belly to belly through the table.
Oh my gosh. Third table destroyed.
This is unbelievable.
Dr. Jerry, look, Pastor Payne has bled a gusher.
Jerry Graham said he was going to get the blood of Pastor Payne.
Well,
and he's
got
done
the blood of
absolutely
Pastor
that.
Payne.
And there goes Pastor Payne.
And a chair to the top of the head of Pastor Payne.
This is the Dr. Jerry Graham I grew up watching. He doesn't care.
Not at all. Not in the least, Norm. And we've got all sorts of carnage in the ring. Wrestlers are down. Dr. Graham is following around Pastor Payne, who is has so much blood everywhere. And again, it's very hard for us at our broadcast position to see what's going on that far side of the ring. The cameras are there.
Jerry Graham said he was going to get his pound of flesh from Pastor Payne, and he's done it, Boomer. Pastor Payne's a bloody mess.
Oh, and he goes down low on Pastor Payne.
But now Pastor Payne coming back on Jerry Graham. Jerry Graham's in a bad way. Pastor Payne's a bloody mess. There's broken tables all over the place.
And now Alcatraz, Buck Lawless, Bobo Brazil, and Andy Shane starting to work their way up to their feet. But yeah, the Crimson Mask, you throw that out there, that's what Pastor Payne looks like. Whip in off the ropes.
Oh, back body drop.
Now look at this.
Oh, wrestlers from and back.
We're seeing Pitbull. We're seeing.
They're trying to break this all apart. There's Sebastian Rose. D-Ray 3000
Everyone
had come
is out there.
Now it's a 2-on-1 in the ring on Bobo Brazil.
Again, it's so very difficult for us to call this, Norm. There was so much going on. The entire locker room is emptied up. Buck Lawless has blood everywhere trickling down the backside of his arm. Well, there's been so much rubble in the ring, off the ropes. And look at that, boot into the midsection.
Oh,
DDT
rolling up past
rolls
the
him
pain.
over.
He got
Oh my
him.
gosh, Jerry Graham, Dr. Jerry Graham has just pinned Pastor Payne.
He got him.
Amazing.
Jerry Graham got the pinfall on Pastor Payne.
DDT roll-up combo. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing.
Martino Angelo would have been very, very proud tonight. Wherever he's at, he's got to be looking down on Jerry Graham.
Jerry Graham Jr., the winner of this match.
Amazing, Norm.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely amazing what we have seen here. And maybe we can say that the Kentucky Wrecking Crew has finally been vanquished here in the WWA. And look at that arm on the backside of...
We got two guys that are not happy with each other.
Shoving each other back and forth.
This may have finally broken down.
There's blood everywhere.
A lot of it's Pastor Payne's.
Now, we've seen dissension between these two before.
Oh!
Look at Alcatraz hitting Pastor Payne.
Alcatraz just decked Pastor Payne. This is not over. An amazing six-man tag with Dr. Jerry Graham Jr. coming out of retirement and getting the pin.
Amazing is not the word for it. It's just awesome. I'm telling you what, the quality of wrestlers that are coming here to the Toledo area on behalf of CIW and PCW is going to just take and blow the roof right straight off of a lot of these buildings, Norm. I'm telling you the truth. We have in PCW world-class beating athletes. We're talking about big, big men that are coming here. And you will see that result. And it'll happen right here in and around the Toledo area, for sure. And at the boxing club now. That's a first for me. I've never been around boxing champions, but I expect to be here in Toledo.
Yep, March the 24th. It'll be Sunday evening at 5 p.m. at the International Boxing Club on Earlwood in East Toledo. More details on that coming up. But next up here on the card, and this is one of the wrestlers that will be on that card, the Mysterious Crimson, as he takes on Phil Atlas. It's coming your way next. It's not PC, it's PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
Hi there, I'm Nick with A Plus Building Maintenance, your Toledo handyman. Do you need home repairs done? Not sure who to call? Here at A Plus, we install everything from light bulbs to roofing. We're fully licensed and insured to protect you. We're also a proud member of the BBB. Please visit us online at ToledoHandyman.com. There you can see many before and after photos along with other customer testimonials and ask your own home repair question. Any job big or small, A Plus Building Maintenance, 419-478-1542.
Is your house ready for some new vinyl windows, professionally installed, all for $179? Done Right Building Services can install any size white double-hung insulated window for $179. That's right, $179 with a lifetime warranty. Done Right Building Services can also help homeowners with entry doors, siding, decks, and 4-season patio enclosures to make your home your dream home. All from a name you can trust. Done Right Building Services.
American Backyard Buildings. Playhouse, workshop, or storage in style. American Backyard Buildings are limited only by your imagination, with a ton of options to create custom designs to suit your exact tastes and needs. Now save up to $500 with 15% off any building. And check out our 90-day same-as-cash financing. With over 17 years experience, your satisfaction is our #1 goal. American Backyard Buildings, available at all Anderson's locations, or visit us on Airport Highway in Holland. Just look for the Big Red Barn.
You know TAS Electronics has always been the leader in cutting-edge car stereo. And now the new TAS Plus gives you even more goodies for your driving pleasure, like heated seats, luxurious leather interiors, and cruise control. Looking for state-of-the-art navigation, a video backup system, or window tinting perfection? TAS does it all. This week, get Toledo's best-selling remote car starter from just $129 installed at all 3 TAS superstores. Telegraph just north of Alexis, Monroe at Whiteford, and the new TAS Plus on McCord just north of Airport Highway.
TAS Electronics, it's hot. Somebody's gonna feel this sound.
This match, quite frankly, has me worried. Crimson making his way to the ring, taking on Phil Atlas. We saw what happened the last time with Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, not PC, PCW, here at Somerset Hall, as Phil Atlas was Denzel Titan's partner that night as they were trying to take the tag team titles away from the Aristocrats. Crimson interjected himself in that match. Not really sure why he did that. We saw some very strange interviews that Crimson mailed into us over the last couple of weeks. And now the match is going to happen right now. Phil Atlas versus Crimson. Sean Boomer Bratton along with Norm Waymer. And we are underway. Crimson and Phil Atlas. Crimson gets more disturbed week in and week out, Norm. Week out, just, watching the videos that he sends in.
Well, and he missed with the mist.
No, he was ready
Did you
for
see
it.
that?
And Atlas ducked out of the way. Atlas was prepared for it.
Get that crap out of here. Where does he get that from?
I have no idea. One of the strangest things around. Outside of Crimson himself.
He sprayed it once when he came out, and you got to think, well, maybe he had something in his mouth. Well, where did the second one come from?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. And look at that, just charging right in at Phil Atlas, and Atlas is going to town on him, which he has to do. European uppercut, back elbow. Crimson goes for a ride. There's a reversal.
There are not going to be very many rest holds in this
match.
No,
not at all. Constant action, I think, is going to be what we see.
Look at that.
Hits that Frankensteiner off of the top. And that drop kick right to the temple of Crimson.
I hope Phil Atlas realizes we got a low ceiling here at Somerset Hall.
Yeah, exactly. He came out and was checking the height of the ceiling. Taking out the entire first row of fans here with PCW. Boy, Phil Atlas is just on fire because he wants to really right that wrong that was done to him when Crimson cost him a shot at the tag team titles the last time we were at Somerset Hall. Phil Atlas and Denzel Titan looked really good as a tag team. Not to take anything away from CIA. Atlas is feeling this one. He goes up to that middle rope. Crimson charges. That leapfrog up and over. Not going to happen. That spinning tornado forearm right to the side of the head of Crimson. And Atlas is feeling good right now. Makes the charge. Crimson gets out of the way. Meets a boot. Nope. Gets caught. Oh, wow. And Atlas is just hanging there.
My gosh.
He just beat him senseless with that. Hung him up in the ropes.
You can break a rib, break your sternum. Look at that.
Just solid. Every punch connects.
How do you outthink a guy that has no seemingly logical thought process?
Well, exactly. I don't think you can. How do you even prepare? If you're Phil Atlas, what do you do to prepare yourself against this guy?
You just got to prepare yourself for a Pier 6 brawl.
Exactly.
Look at that. I think he likes the pain.
I think he does too.
I know he likes dishing it out.
Thought we were going to see the neck breaker, spins around, forearm to the back. Just drives his face right down into the mat. I can't imagine Crimson was invited to too many holiday parties, and I'm sure the relatives didn't want to have him over.
Gosh.
Did he even leave that?
Oh.
Did he leave that warehouse at all, do you think? Does he stay in there?
I have no idea.
Because this is where he has his camera and sends us these interviews in this old, decrepit building somewhere. The only time he leaves is to come here?
Who's shooting the video?
Not me. I'm sure he has a tripod. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know if he even cares about winning matches, winning titles. I don't know if that even matters.
I think it's just dishing out pain and doing what he wants when he wants. I think that's his mindset. And Crimson trying to bring back Phil Atlas to his feet to dish out more punishment. Atlas is going to go in, takes that buckle, jumps up and over though. That was nice. Rolls him up. Does he have him? Nice roll through. Again, does he have him? Not enough to put him away.
Oh, is that a tooth I saw flying?
It might have been. I think he knocked him into a different area code with that.
Oh, I almost got the 3 count. You know, if you're Phil Atlas, you try and get a quick pin anywhere you can. I mean, if
exactly.
you can get yourself out of the match, you can save yourself punishment.
Yeah, the sooner you get this over with, the more likely you are to walk out of here with a full set of teeth.
I mean, if you have 20 minutes of this, okay, maybe you win the match, but...
Yeah, at what cost?
Yeah, exactly.
Your body can only take so much. This is one of those matches that can really do long-term damage to your career. The longer you're in there, the shorter overall your career is going to be because you're taking so much punishment. Atlas is trying to fire back right now. Thought we could break away, but Crimson gets a hold of those tights. Now look at that. Just wrenching back on those arms, applying all sorts of pressure, moving those arms in positions they are not meant to be moved. He's really keeping Phil Atlas in check right now. Atlas tries to stand up. Is he going to be able to pivot through? That's going to be the key. Can he pivot through? He has it. What are we going to see? Jumps up. Oh, lung blower. But so much damage has been done to Phil Atlas over the last couple of minutes that Phil Atlas, after administering the lung blower, is not able to get up right now.
How do you ever recover from a match like this?
I don't know if you can, no matter who you go see, whoever your physical therapist is, no matter how much ibuprofen and icy hot you use, you just really can't recover from that beating. I mean, he's got to feel like he's been ran over by a truck at this point.
I don't even know what icy hot is.
What's that?
I don't even know what icy hot is.
Icy hot?
Oh, icy hot.
Yeah, I'm just so excited, you know, icy hot. The ladies love the smell of icy hot, Norm, I'll tell you that. Very
so that's
popular.
Your secret.
Yes, it is.
Look at this.
Icy hot's not going to help this.
This is unbelievable.
I thought he was going to remove his head after he connected it with that kick.
I'm worn out just watching this.
I know. I need a cup of coffee after this. I can't imagine how these guys feel.
Well, if Crimson thought he could come out and run over Phil Atlas, it hasn't happened.
Phil Atlas has a lot of fight left. There's that drop kick. The problem with that drop kick, you got a lot of elevation, a lot of power behind it, but it takes a lot out of you when you land. And Atlas is up to his feet first.
Well, you got to start wondering what it's got to take to get a pinfall in this match.
Exactly. Crimson with the reversal.
Oh, that's just a plate headbutt.
And he connected everything on that. Crimson is off the ropes. He just throws his entire body, puts it behind that elbow, knocking down Phil Atlas. Goes for the cover, and Atlas barely able to kick out.
Look at this. Look at this guy. This guy is sick.
Yeah, that's menacing right there, to say the least. Give me the signal that he's going to try and put him away. That reverse DDT with that spin. And this is really all Atlas can do from this position. That knee into the head. Catches it, spins him around. And the code breaker, Enziguri, Shining Wizard it looked like. Crimson is down to one knee. Super kick.
Could he get him?
He has the leg hooked. Doesn't put him away. I thought that was it.
And if that doesn't put somebody away, now what?
I'm not sure what Phil Atlas can do at this point. What is left to throw at Crimson outside of the kitchen sink? Gets him into the front face lock. Tries to spin, doesn't catch everything. Crimson slides right out of it. He tried to use those ropes to propel him.
Oh!
And then Crimson just blows the mist right into the eyes
That's a
of Phil Atlas. Yeah, that's no question that the bout has been called off.
And I don't think Crimson cares.
No, he doesn't.
Your winner as the result of a disqualification, Phil Atlas.
Phil Atlas absorbing that mist right into the eyes. It's all over his body. Who knows what that's something?
I'm telling you,
like you talked about.
he doesn't care whether he
No,
wins the
no,
match.
no. And he blows the mist and just wanders right on out. No care in the world. We've seen some strange things here in PCW. Crimson is one of them, and I'm sure this is not over. I can almost guarantee you that sometime in a PCW ring again very soon, we will see Crimson versus Phil Atlas.
Somebody's gonna feel this sound.
It's PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling back in Toledo. That's right. PCW is back. Sunday evening, March the 24th. We'll be at the International Boxing Club in East Toledo, 525 Earlwood Avenue, just off Star and I-280. Huge card. On the card, Sebastian Rose will take on Sean Casey. Diamond Couture against Terror Khan. Apocalypse will take on Aaron Orion. The Sons of Michigan will be on the card. Big Benjamin Boone and the amazing Nate Matson. From the Broken Mirror, the mysterious Crimson back in Toledo, and Toledo's own Brian Castle, the world's most huggable wrestler. But a rematch for the PCW Heavyweight Championship as the former champion Andy Shane with his manager Dr. Jerry Graham will take on this guy who is now the champion of PCW, D-Ray 3000, with the belt, but without all this.
Yeah, with all that. You know, the only good thing that's came out of me losing my hair was becoming the PCW champion. Yeah, and I'm defending this title all over the United States, from the East Coast and to the West Coast, Norm. And now PCW is back in Toledo. I just had to come down to the PCW studio. I just had to. Because I'm finally going to get my hands on Andy Shane. March 24th, I'm finally going to get my hands on the man who cheated and took my hair away. I'm going to be training extra hard, Norm, extra hard for this match. Yeah, because I've been waiting 2 years to take care of Andy Shane. I still got the belt, but something still is empty inside. But March 24th, I'm going to get mine. Yeah, I'm going to get mine.
He is the PCW Heavyweight Champion, D-Ray 3000, in a rematch against the former champion, Andy Shane, with Dr. Jerry Graham Jr. in his corner. It'll be Sunday evening, March the 24th, International Boxing Club, 525 Earlwood in East Toledo. You are not going to want to miss it. You never quite know what to expect when it's Crimson in the ring, no matter who he's in the ring.
I told you, Norm, watch out for this guy. He is pure trouble, no matter where he goes. And he seems to get the kind of attention that he wants. But I'll tell you what, some bigger guys are coming. Maybe not today, but very soon. And along with that, you don't forget the ladies. Those wonderful ladies of professional wrestling that would gouge your eyes out at the first chance that they got at you. You just can't imagine getting in the ring with a lady wrestler, could you? She would make a believer out of you, Norm. I'm telling you. I'm telling you the truth. Some of those gals that come here to Championship Wrestling and PCW are not to be fooled with. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I'm happy to be here at PCW. I'm happy to be here along with you, and I'm excited about that big date coming up to the boxing. What is the name of that again?
International Boxing Club.
International Boxing Club, IBC, on
March the 24th.
March the 24th. I'm making sure that you're aware of that date. I am, and I know that each and every one of you folks out there are going to be aware of that as well. Please, if nothing else ever happens, go to the matches that night. Make sure you're there for the initial PCW CIW get-together. You'll be happy that you did. Guaranteed.
All right, more on that card coming up. Also, coming up next here on PCW, the former champion Andy Shane as he takes on the monster Chris Carnage.
Collar and elbow. At least Andy Shane not giving up. Well, I was going to say not giving up as much size as some of the other competitors, but Carnage just threw him like he was nothing.
Well, Andy Shane's been doing a lot of talking about wanting a belt.
And with Dr. Jerry Graham in his corner, you know, you can't go wrong. Everyone wants to be at the top of the mountain here in PCW, but to get through Chris Carnage first, boy, that's a tall order.
Well, that's a mountain he's facing right there.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's a mountain and a half.
And I don't know, he's given up about 80 pounds in size, and I don't know how Andy Shane's going to be able to deal with a monster like this.
Tries to slide out. Look at that. You know, we're seeing some great chain wrestling from Chris Carnage as well. Riding him down amateur style, doesn't stay on top of him, just throws him down.
Like yesterday's garbage.
Exactly. You know, it's...
Boy, if that doesn't intimidate you, I don't know what does.
You know, it's not that often that you see Andy Shane manhandled like that. I can't think of a time I've ever seen Andy Shane just manhandled like that.
You got to believe, though, that with Dr. Jerry Graham in his corner, they got a game plan.
Well, and with what's at stake here is Andy Shane really is trying to make sure he gets himself back into that title contention. And look at that, just sweeping the legs out of Chris Carnage. I think this is the first time we've seen Chris Carnage down on the mat. Trying to put in that crossface, working it in. Not doing the step over toe hold on it, but has the crossface applied. But Carnage is going to try. Look, he just lifted him up, and again threw him.
Well, now's where you go to Plan B.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Plan C. Plan A didn't work, and that was Plan B, and now they're discussing Plan C.
And what would Plan C be? Start the car and let's get the heck out of here?
I don't know.
You know, maybe Andy Shane inadvertently thought he was wrestling the American Eagle, but it's a far cry from the American Eagle. Chris Carnage doesn't even look winded. This guy's like a super athlete. I don't know if Dr. Jerry Graham wants to get involved with Chris Carnage either.
No, but you got to believe that if Jerry Graham could get Chris Carnage's mind off of Andy Shane, that could be all the advantage they would need.
That might be what they have to do here. I'm sure Andy Shane and Graham have talked about that. Look at that, Andy Shane going into that knee of Chris Carnage.
Well, you got to get this mountain off his feet.
You have to. He gets him down low enough where he's able to deliver a drop kick, another drop kick, and again Carnage goes down. And Andy Shane is the first wrestler to ever take Chris Carnage off of his feet here in PCW.
They're all the same size when they're flat on their back.
And this is really smart strategy from Andy Shane, going after the leg, going after the knee of Chris Carnage, because you want to keep the guy from being able to stand up. I think the crowd wants to see that. The leg and the knee not meant to be put in that position, Norm.
Well, Andy Shane's got a mean streak about him, and he always has.
Oh, he does. And really what you see when you watch Andy Shane wrestle, whether he's wrestling a Sebastian Rose or CIA or Pastor Payne, it's the same style of wrestling from Andy Shane. You know what you're going to get.
Well, Jerry Graham in his past has broken a lot of rules. He's not the same guy he was then, but the guy that broke all the rules is the one that trained Andy Shane.
Exactly. Carnage is trying to fire back on Andy Shane, but you can tell Carnage is very just, favoring that left leg. And look at that, Andy Shane quickly sets it up on that middle rope and just fires away. Kicking away at that inner thigh of Chris Carnage. Now working on that knee as it's draped over that bottom rope. Pulling it in ways that's not meant to be pulled.
Well, you got to believe that this was Plan C. You wondered what it was? This was it.
Well, he got him there, but look at that.
Oh.
Chris Carnage out of nowhere with that neck breaker.
He drove
The
the
jawbreaker.
top of his head right into Andy Shane's jaw.
Gonna have to make sure all of his teeth are still in place
Now, you
after
gotta
that.
Be careful he didn't bite his tongue either.
That's one of those moves. It's the great equalizer.
But Andy Shane up first, and he's done significant damage to that left knee.
Exactly. That's why he was able to get up first, because whether his jaw has been knocked out of place, dislocated, whatnot, his legs are still fine. The legs of Chris Carnage, though, you can't say the same thing. And Carnage is in a bad position right now, but the thing is, Carnage is so tall, even on his knees, he's almost as tall as Andy Shane.
Well, if I was Andy Shane, I wouldn't be picking him up.
No.
That was a mistake.
And look at that shoulder tackle on Andy Shane, who had nowhere to go, and just that toss, grabbing him by the throat and tossing him out of the corner.
And Carnage tried to put as much weight as he could on his right knee when he threw Andy Shane.
Exactly. I'm surprised he actually tried to kick with his left, and maybe he's realizing the error of his ways as he clutches that left as soon as he does it. Now he's going into an upper body attack using his arms and elbows and forearms.
Oh, and then
catches
arms
him with
are
the
as big
side
as tree
slam.
trucks.
Oh, they
man.
are. And he hit the side slam, but look at that. His leg is still feeling the effects of it. I was actually surprised he was able to keep Andy Shane up after he caught him. Didn't have to hold him up for long, though.
But he couldn't keep Andy Shane's right shoulder down.
No. And that's what it all comes down to, Norm, is being able to put those shoulders down for the 3 count. Carnage goes off the ropes, jumps up, and just driving that knee. But again, it's the knee on his bad leg. It's the knee that Andy Shane has been working on, and Carnage could be doing himself more harm than good right now.
Yeah, that's a possibility. A good point.
Maybe he's just so consumed by adrenaline, by hatred, by rage, who knows?
But those arms are still as big as tree trunks.
I don't know how he finds a shirt that fits him. I don't think they make sleeves that big.
Not off the rack.
No, not at all. Everything has to be custom. Just catching him, and again, going
look
for
at
the
that.
side
Oh,
slam.
man.
Holds him up longer, I should say.
He might have broken him in half. Andy Shane is in a lot of trouble.
And Carnage finally goes for the cover after favoring that leg a little bit.
Oh, I thought he got him.
Boy, there was not a whole lot of room to spare. He barely got that shoulder off the ground. Picks him up now, a big bear hug from Chris Carnage.
But you got to wonder with that bad wheel how long Carnage can hold him up there.
Exactly. Look at that Andy Shane. Boy, desperate times, desperate measures.
He couldn't hold him up very long.
And catching him into the side of the head with that elbow. Carnage comes in, and again, that knee, that leg just not holding up Chris Carnage. Andy Shane has a head full of hair. What are we going to see? That
neck breaker.
Neck breaker. Oh, and he got everything on that, 100% on that neck breaker. Andy Shane going to the top rope. He's not flying Andy Shane for nothing.
He's going to fly right up to the ceiling. Down he
Big
comes.
splash. Goes for the cover. And there's your winner. Andy Shane has beaten Chris Carnage here in PCW.
Flying Andy Shane.
I didn't think it would happen. I didn't think anyone could pin Chris Carnage, and Andy Shane has done it, and Andy Shane really positioning himself for a shot at that PCW Heavyweight Championship.
PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling back in Toledo Sunday evening, March the 24th. Will be at 525 Earlwood Avenue in East Toledo. It will be the International Boxing Club, formerly the Sunspot, just off of Star Avenue and I-280. Huge card. Sean Casey will take on Sebastian Rose. It'll be the PCW Championship title on the line as D-Ray 3000 takes on Andy Shane, along with Dr. Jerry Graham Jr. in his corner. Diamond Couture against Terror Khan. Apocalypse against Aaron Orion. Also, the Sons of Michigan on the card. That's Big Bear Benjamin Boone and the amazing Nate Manson. Crimson will be on the card, and also Brian Castle. You are not going to want to miss this. Bell time is at 5 o'clock. It's PCW back in Toledo, Sunday evening, March the 24th at the International Boxing Club in East Toledo. All right, let's take you to our next match here on PCW. The ladies who have been on PCW, and you will see them back soon, I'm sure of that. Cindy, as she takes on Amanda Ruffin.
The women in action here in PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. It is Amanda Ruffin taking on Cindy. Cindy in the green. And I've known both Amanda Ruffin and Cindy for quite a number of years, and it's really strange the the new personality that Amanda Ruffin has. Amanda Ruffin used to be, she loved the fans. She loved coming out and high-fiving all the fans and signing autographs. And now she has totally turned over a new leaf. She's not just afraid to not only bend a rule, but she'll break the occasional rule as well, Norm.
Yeah, she will.
You just have this weird look on your face like you want to bring up this whole big deal of how Amanda Ruffin won't return a couple of my phone calls today.
How many's a couple?
What would you consider a couple?
I would consider it too. Some might consider it 25.
You might go a little higher. Well, 25 before noon. Test of strength now to start things off. And we've seen these two wrestle here before in PCW. And boy, it's just been back and forth with both of these wrestlers. It's like as you watch their matches unfold, it's really never clear that who has the distinct edge because they are both so darn good. On that test of strength, and who's going to end up as the victor on this? And I was just saying, Norm, as you were making your way over here, that this new attitude, and monkey flip out of the corner, but look at that now, holds on, floats over. We're going to see some quick pinfalls here, it looks like. Rolls through, and look at that, Cindy just floats right in, kicks her off again. Neither wrestler able to get a distinct edge. But look at that. That's that new attitude that Amanda Ruffin has had. I'm not really sure where it came from. It has nothing to do with me calling her all the time.
Well,
that would drive most people insane, though.
There has been a feud between these two wrestlers. Cindy as a ring veteran.
And Amanda Ruffin really trying to make her mark here, in women's wrestling in PCW. And Cindy has that headlock. Boy, she's really locked in with that nice headlock takeover.
But Amanda Ruffin has said that Cindy is too old for this game, and she wants to end her career.
So basically not showing any respect to the people who have, laid the groundwork, so to speak.
None whatsoever.
Yep, absolutely zero respect for Cindy. And Amanda Ruffin just trying to, going into the hair right now, using that hair to bring her on over, but the referee won't count that pin because he saw that it was the hair that indeed put Cindy's shoulders on the mat.
And Cindy has that headlock sunk in.
When you look back at the personality shift for Amanda Ruffin, it wasn't that long ago that, Amanda Ruffin had hair, as long as Cindy's. And, with that personality shift came that new spiky hairdo for Amanda Ruffin. And a nice roll through on that one. And just busting her face right onto that canvas. That could break a nose. I think the crowd seems to be behind Amanda Ruffin, though.
I don't know if that's the case.
As that rear chin lock put on.
I think there's a little heckling going on, and she's giving it right back.
Oh, I know she'll give it right back. She'll talk to them, won't talk to me. Maybe I should start heckling as opposed to begging. I know you got a lot. I know you got a lot of stuff you want to.
No, I just think you ought to stick to the match. That's all.
Do you think it's my love of Justin Bieber that's turning her off?
That might be a good start.
yeah. Well, just trying to figure out reasons why. Double axe handle right into the back of Cindy. It's always great to see the women here in PCW. The fans love seeing the women here in PCW as well. I know at a lot of the shows they're like, "Hey, when are Cindy and Amanda Ruffin coming back?" Because their match before was just so good and so fun to watch, and we're able to bring them to you here tonight, which is always a treat.
Look at this. This is just the ultimate show of no respect.
Well, just look at that. The look on her face, Norm, of just basically disgust. She just has that look of disgust on her face out there. And what's she going to do with Cindy? Takes her head first into that top turnbuckle. For a second there, I thought she was going to take her to the outside. Wow. Jawing with the fans. Shoulder tackle into the midsection. She is all over Cindy right now. Snapmare right out of the corner. And just floats over, snapping that neck and that head of Cindy.
If she didn't stretch out before the match, she is now.
Well, I tell you what, Amanda Ruffin is looking...
standing on her hair.
Oh, my gosh. You know, Amanda Ruffin is exactly the kind of person that Pastor Payne would want in his assembly of pain. You can't say that I'm wrong on that.
No, I can't.
I mean, imagine how lethal she would be if Pastor Payne was in her corner. And I'm sure if it looks like that Amanda Ruffin could end up with some gold around her waist, we'll see Pastor Payne making a beeline to be out there to be in her corner. And Cindy trying to fire back, but again, you know, fighting from that lower position is never easy, and then just driven head first into that canvas.
Now, if there was gold on the line here, Pastor Payne probably would be out there.
Oh, yes, he would. Yes, he would. That guy is, you know, always opportunistic. You know, if he feels he can ride someone's coattails to the top here in PCW, he will do exactly just that. Shoulder tackle from Amanda Ruffin.
Boy, at some point, Cindy's got to make a comeback or this is going to be over.
Well, the referee at least sees that choke, but Amanda Ruffin just rode that all the way to just about the 5-second mark before she broke it. Used every little millisecond that she had there. Oh, she says she's sorry, ref. I somehow doubt that.
She is mean enough I could have dated her at some point in my life.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, well,
You know, we've all had our fair share of those relationships.
oh, my goodness.
And look at
Look at
that. Boy, I like that. As much as I don't like the attitude of Amanda Ruffin, I like that move.
2.
Full head of steam,
Boy,
just
I
driving
thought that
those.
was it.
Yeah, I'm really not sure how Cindy, who's not been able to mount any offense for the better part of 5 minutes now, how she's able to just even kick out of that.
Oh, and here comes Cindy.
Maybe that just made her mad. You never know.
Well, that comeback didn't last long.
No, not at all. Amanda Ruffin quickly shutting it down. But look at that jawbreaker, just grabbing that head of Amanda Ruffin.
That's a veteran move.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, the crowd is ready for Cindy to make her comeback. Clothesline on Ruffin. Another clothesline. Oh, Amanda Ruffin can't believe it. Back elbow and Amanda Ruffin goes down. I think Amanda Ruffin is going to go for a ride. She's sending hard to that buckle. Comes out of the corner and is met with a bulldog. Cindy needs to go for the cover. Hooks the leg. Do we have the winner, Norm? And that's it. Your winner is Amanda Ruffin.
Your winner of the fall in the match, Cindy.
Amanda Ruffin has won one. Now Cindy has won one. And this battle is not over between Amanda Ruffin and Cindy. And what are we going to see here right now? I don't think Cindy is done.
No, I think she is done.
Yes, she is. She is done. But it's not over. And it's not PC.
It's PCW.
Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
Back we are to wrap up here on PCW, this return edition here in Toledo. Norm Waymer along with Percival A. Friend from CIW. Let's run down one more time. This big card coming back to Toledo Sunday evening, March the 24th. Bell time will be at 5 o'clock. Change in venue will be at the International Boxing Club, 525 Earlwood Avenue in East Toledo, just off of Star Avenue in I-280. Sean Casey, you want to talk about somebody who's been around the bend and back, former WWE wrestler too, to take on Sebastian Rose.
I'm telling you what, Sean Casey is a fantastic young athlete. He is one of the people that you can call a world-beating class athlete. He's the kind of a guy that likes to get into the ring and give it 125% of everything that he's got in his body. But then you also have to stop and think about Sebastian Rose. Here's a guy that come out of hardly anywheres and suddenly grabbed on to a championship. You don't do that by catching a cab, Norm. You do that by having guts, determination, drive, desire. You've got to have it right here in your heart. And that's what these athletes from CIW and PCW can bring to Toledo, to the International Boxing Club. And it's at 5 o'clock. unheard of. Your kids will still be able to go to school the next day. Absolutely. And I want to personally thank each and every one of the fans that have written us at our website and congratulating us on that merger that we have with PCW. It's just fantastic, Norm. I'm looking for a great, great time on Sunday night, March the 24th.
Yep, let's run down some of the wrestling card. And by the way, too, Sebastian Rose has found a really nice fan base that I'll be bringing with him from CIW. The PCW Heavyweight Championship rematch will be on the card. D-Ray 3000 as he defends against Andy Shade, who's got Dr. Jerry Graham Jr. back in his corner. All right, coming up on that card on Sunday, March the 24th at the International Boxing Club, Diamond Couture will take on Tara Khan. Apocalypse against Aaron Orion. The Sons of Michigan will be on the card. Big Bear Benjamin Boone and the amazing Nate Manson.
And that big guy. Have you seen the size of that guy yet? Have you seen him, the masked man that's coming?
No, what masked man?
You are in for a treat. This guy stands about that tall. And can he wrestle? Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah. He can wrestle, yes.
We'll get details on that coming up next week. Next week on the show, also you will see Bobo Brazil Jr. on the card. Sean Casey will be on the next show. You'll see a classic match between Wojo and Man Mountain Tyler, and also you'll see Brian Castle on the next show here.
I like Brian Castle. He is just a big old lovable teddy bear, so to speak, and he just makes my heart very, very warm. He's a super athlete, and he has a great, great fan appreciation that follow him wherever he happens to be at. And I'm just happy as heck to be a part of this great card coming on Sunday, the 24th of March.
All right, we will see you next week. And, of course, remember, it's not PC.
It's PCW.
All right, Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
Breathe deep, the cooling air, sun setting tonight. You gotta make your mark, load up on the road, intend one last look in the mirror.